Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I talk about books on this channel, mainly books about magic, and today we're going to be doing a book haul. Hello everyone, and welcome to my midsummer book haul. These are things that I have picked up pretty recently, but I don't pick up things quite often enough to do like a monthly book haul, so I think this is the every other month basically is what we're doing right now. Today I just have a few titles to show you that I've picked up, and I'm really excited to talk about these. I am proud of myself that this is a mix of books that I have read before and I want to add to my shelves, and books that are new to me, new releases or backlists that I want to read. So I didn't buy all books that I haven't read. Not all of these are going on my physical TBR. Very, very excited about that. So the first one I have to show you is a set that I purchased off of Pango, and I'm so excited about these. I have to show you like right now. It is the Tainted Cup and A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennet. I believe these are the Aardvark editions. I could be wrong. No, I'm not, because it came with this little bookmark that has an aardvark on it. So I picked these up off of Pango for very, very cheap for the set of them. Like, they were listed together and they are so gorgeous. Like, the foiling underneath is gorgeous, and then I was also super excited because I missed out on the version that was like without a dust jacket. I missed out on those when they first got printed. I have a paperback copy of the Tainted Cup, but I adore this series, so I definitely wanted to pick up copies of it, and I was kind of keeping an eye on the Pango listings to see if a like royal hardback would come in, and it didn't, but these popped up and I was like, well, this is the next best thing because these are gorgeous. And so this is a Sherlock style mystery series where we are in a fantasy world where the world is very deadly. We have these leviathans that come from outside of the country that we are in, along with this very dangerous flora and fauna that can kill people. And in the first book, a tree literally explodes out of a man, and we are seeing our Sherlock and Watson team, Din and Anna, investigate this to see if it is dangerous to the entire population or if this is an isolated incident. We follow them in this book, and then in A Drop of Corruption, which just came out this year, we see them go on another mystery, trying to solve another mystery. And I'm so excited to have these in my collection. I read the Tainted Cup twice last year, and I already read A Drop of Corruption this year as soon as it came out. I'm anticipating more releases from this author in this series, and I'm so excited to have these special editions. Next up is A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle Jensen. This is the follow-up to A Fate Inked in Blood, which is a Norse style romantasy where we're following Freya, who is in a bad situation, and then she is married off to the man who has seen a prophecy about her and wants to consolidate all of the Norse countries together in order to rule over them all, and he thinks she is the key to this. However, she and his adult son are having some feelings about one another and sneaking around in the background. This was a very fun first book, and I'm really excited to continue this second book. Plus, these sprayed edges are just gorgeous. I don't know if this is the end of the series or if we are anticipating another book after this. I guess I'll have to read and find out, but I'm really excited to continue this series. Then we have The Listeners by Maggie Stiefvater, which is her first foray into adult fiction, and I am so excited to see what she does with this. This is historically bent, set in, I believe, the Appalachian Mountains, where there is a hotel, and we're following the employees of this hotel the hotel seems to have gifts that it helps heal people, but when some Nazi sympathizers rent rooms in the hotel, and I believe that we are seeing like a secret meeting of powers, they have to decide how they're going to approach this and what is going to happen with the information they are overhearing. That is my understanding from the synopsis, at least. This book is gorgeous. I actually got the Waterstones edition, and it's so pretty. I absolutely love this cover. I wasn't a huge fan of the American cover, so when I was already ordering Faithbreaker from Waterstones, I decided to pick this up as well, and it has a little dachshund on the front, so I am super excited for this one. Then we have Atmosphere by Jenkins Reid. I was going to pick this up anyway, but then when Brittany and I decided on this for our next genre blend comp club discussion, I just had to go out and get a copy right away. I'm so excited about this. It is historical fiction mixed with some romance, and I believe we're following astronauts as they train to go to space. That's about all I know about it, and I kind of wanted to go into this as blind as possible since it's a pretty short fiction story, and also I just love Jenkins Reid, but I usually just read her books kind of blind at this point because I do enjoy them. So I'm really excited to check this out. And then if you look in here, another beautiful little feature on this book. So very excited to have this. Can't wait to read this and discuss it with Brittany, Kelsey, and Brooklyn. So if you are interested in talking about this with us, I will have a link to our announcement post down below that you can check it out and come join us. I'm also going to share that I picked up this when I went to my local bookstore recently. It says y'all need Dolly, and I just love this sticker to death, so I'm gonna share it with you as well. Next up, we have Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I read this last year and really wanted to get a copy to pick up and put on my shelves, and I saw this at my local bookstore used, so I picked up a copy. In this, we are following Chloe, who is a chronically ill woman and a geek, and she definitely has a plan for life, and she has made a list of things she wants to do because she had a bit of a not quite near-death experience. But then she meets Reid, who is the supervisor at her building, and he asks his help in order to kind of accomplish some of these things, like going on a trip, getting a ride on a motorcycle, things like that. And Reid has his own things that he is working through in his life, but he wants to help Chloe, and as the two of them get closer, sparks fly. I am so happy to have a copy of this on my shelves, and I really need to continue on with this series and check out the next book. Next up, I have Of Monsters and Mainframes by Barbara Truelove. And this is a book that I have kept seeing the cover of and been very interested in, but I didn't know exactly what it was about. I thought it was sci-fi, but it kept catching my attention on NetGalley, on Goodreads, places where I was seeing it and seeing the cover, but I didn't take the time to check it out. And then when I was in my local bookstore recently, I saw it on the shelf, and it is also their book club pick for next month, so I decided to pick it up and check it out because the back of it sounds absolutely bonkers, but I also am very, very intrigued. So we are following a ship called Demeter, who is a passenger vessel, and a vampire has made their way on board and keeps killing her passengers. And this is bad for Demeter because it means that people think that she is not doing her job. So she teams up with some other paranormal creatures in order to make sure she doesn't get shut down, and I believe they have to try and kill the vampire. It sounds like paranormal and space, sci-fi and horror. It sounds really, really fun, and I am really interested to try it. I'm going to try to read this maybe before you see this because I would like to join in that book club like I talked about, but very, very interested in this one. It just has really piqued my interest. Then my final acquisition for this book haul is The Queer Principles of Kit Webb by Sebastian. I've been meaning to pick up more Sebastian since I read We Could Be Lucky earlier this year and absolutely loved it. I've read Sebastian before, but that book made me want to read all of her backlist. Kit is a bit of a thief, and he meets Percy, who needs a thief, and the two of them are going to work together to get a book back that Percy desperately needs, and I believe some feelings develop along the way. But I also think this is a bit of a, class gap between the two of them that they have to work through. It sounds really interesting, and I have no doubt that Sebastian will hit it out of the park, so I'm very excited to read this one as well. But those are all of the books that I have picked up recently. Like I said, it's a good mix of things that I have read, books I haven't read, as well as new releases and backlists, so I'm excited that this was a good blend of those things this time. If you have any thoughts or feelings and want to share anything about the books that I talked about today, please let me know down below, or let me know the book you most recently hauled. If you don't feel chatty, go ahead and leave me some kind of space emoji for atmosphere, just to let me know you were here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!